Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome back to turn 4 of Eldritch Horror and Yog-Sothoth. As usual, some minor errata changes. The main one was I had Jacqueline Fine look at the condition for Charlie Kane, but it was a common condition. She couldn't do it. But as it turns out, he got a debt condition anyway on when he was doing the asset reserve and all that sort of stuff. And he got rid of his funding condition. So, all she shouldn't have had is the clue. So, we'll discard the clue. She didn't really get that. So she's down to 1 clue. Other than that, that's it. Right, next round, who's going to be first player? Well, I think we'll have Charlie Kane first player. Ursula Downs first player. And I think that's it. We were going to have Daisy Walker, but we'll have it as Ursula Downs. Okay, let's move into the action phase. And here's Ursula at Cape Town. Okay, first thing she's going to do, she's going to prepare for travel. She's going to prepare for travel by getting herself a ship ticket. No, she isn't, because she's already got a ship ticket. What am I talking about? No! What she's going to do is travel. So she's going to travel to Dakar, and then she's going to spend a ship ticket and go to Rome. That's a movement. She can't travel again. So what's she going to do in Rome? In Rome, she is going to test her influence and see if she can get rid of her debt condition. It's a local action. Well, just let's see if she can get rid of it. If you pass, discard this card. So, influence test. Let's see if she can do the business. And she can. So, debt condition has gone. Good. And that is it for Ursula. Ursula's actions. Next is Daisy Walker, who's at Istanbul. Here we are with Daisy at Istanbul. First of all, she is going to try and acquire assets. So she now has a influence of 4, and she's going to roll 4 dice. And she gets a 6, which is 1 success. Now, she could pick up genealogy research, but she's not going to be combating any monsters, so we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bank loan. It's funding. It's a debt. So she's going to get 2 extra successes. Let's go down to the asset reserve. And here we are at the asset reserve. In fact, she's going to end up getting genealogy research anyway, because she's got 3 successes. So we'll get rid of that. And then we've just got to decide whether we want the Mystic Bounty Hunter or we want the Expedition Guide. What we're going to have is we're going to have the Mystic Bounty Hunter, because hopefully she'll be using a few of her spells and she can have +2 law when resolving a spell effect. She gets +1 strength during combat encounters. If she ever has to use the kerosene, or, well, she won't be able to use it with the kerosene, but once the kerosene's gone, obviously she will give herself at least a minor chance of being able to defend herself. So she'll take both of those. She may be able to hand off the genealogy research to Ursula Downs at some point. So let's replenish the reserve. First up, we have a wireless report. When you gain this card, immediately give any number of clues to another investigator on any space. Very useful, but we do have Jacqueline. But one of the other investigators could possibly use that, but it has to be used immediately. And the final one, specialised training. When you perform a focus action, you may consult experts to train you with a will test. If you pass, discard this card and improve 1 skill of your choice. Very good. Right, so that's that. Let's move back up to Istanbul and see what Daisy's second choice is for an action. Here we are, back with Daisy, and we're going to have another go at this old journal because it may be able to help us out somewhat. So we're going to test observation. Our observation is 2. Yes, and she passes. Good stuff. Right, let's see what it is. The old journal. While reading the author's biography, you notice faint markings in the page's margins. You hold the pages close to the light, and the heat of the candle causes the writing to become clearly visible. This is the map and the compass. Evil above, the void below. Madness to the right, nightmare to the left. A king before, a prince behind. If I escape from one side, I re-enter on the other. Gain one spell and improve law. So that's brilliant. A law goes up to 5. So she's quite a spellcaster now. If we can get a really good spell, it could be good news. So here we are with the spell there. Let's take it from the bottom. We get Conjuration. Action. Test law +1. So she'd have 6 law dice. If you pass, you may gain 1 item or trinket asset from the reserve with equal value to or less than your test result. Then flip this card. Cool. It's a ritual, so we'd have to use it during the action phase. But that's pretty funky. Right. So more assets that we can get, even though it is items and trinkets. Checking the current reserve. That lucky ring, for example, is a trinket. But the rest are allies and services and tasks. Okay, that's it for Daisy. And we have to discard the old journal. So we'll get rid of that. Next up, it's Charlie Kane, and he's in London. In fact, here he is. He's right here, right at the moment. What's Charlie going to do? Well, he's going to get the hell out of Dodge, or in this case, London, because he's not going to set this boy on. So he's going to go to Rome with his first action. Now, are we going to trade anything? I don't think so. In fact, yes. I think his strength is 2. So out of the rest of the investigators, he's got the best strength apart from Ursula. So she's going to give him the 45 automatic. So he's going to take that. But again, all this is, it's just for direst emergency. She's going to continue using the Holy Spear, but just to give Charlie some chance should anything grim happen. So he's traded. Oh no, he's not. He's not traded. No, he will be doing. Just roll that back a second. We're not going to do that. He's going to do that next turn. Forget about that. What he's going to do is he's moved, and now he's going to roll for assets. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's at him or Ursula are going to trade next turn. Sorry about that. Good job I caught it in time. Right. Assets. Oh, rubbish. 1 success. Right, let's get rid of that. And he's got a re-roll. And fails that. But obviously, he is going to take a bank loan. So let's go down to the reserve and see what he's going to get. As if we didn't know. Bank loan. And the back is his debt. And he has now 3 successes, and obviously he is going to take the lucky ring, and the lucky ring is going to Jacqueline Fine. We need her to shut that gate in Shanghai, and then she should be able to use this going forward to kill the witch and go to Sydney and close that gate. So we may re-roll 1 die when resolving a test, and as George pointed out, this isn't once per round or any of that cobblers, and just naturally didn't notice, but it doesn't say anything like that. It's not specific to a particular type of test, like it's not a law or strength or whatever, and there's no limit. Does not limit it in any way whatsoever. The only things you can't re-roll for are things you can't re-roll for anyway, like reckoning effects and stuff like that. So this is very strong, and it's going to Jacqueline. Okay, I'll just do that now, won't be a second. Okay, that's it for Charlie. And next up, our final investigator on the action phase will be Jacqueline Fine, and she's still in Shanghai. Here we are in Shanghai. The first thing that Jacqueline's going to do is she's going to try and get rid of this debt. So she's going to test influence. Her influence is 2. And she gets rid of it. So that is exactly the sort of stuff that we want going on. So she's got rid of that. And her next action, because she's going to be staying in Shanghai anyway, I suppose I could roll for assets again, but I'm not going to do it, because what she needs to get to Sydney next turn is she will need one of these, a ship ticket. So she's going to take one of those and prepare for travel. And that's it for Jacqueline Fine. That's the end of her action phase, and it's the end of the action phase in total. So let's move on to the encounter phase. And here we are. So first of all, we have Ursula in Rome. So let's get the Europe deck, flick it over. Rome. You have an inspirational dream in which you are a proud Roman quester. Improve will. Woohoo! So she improves her will power. That now goes up to 3, which is good. Your reverie is interrupted by a band of small primitive men running wild outside. You try to negotiate with this lost tribe of Mirinigari. So what's that? Influence. Influence is 2. Oh, 2 6s. No messing. Quite what a lost tribe though. He's doing running around Rome. Unless it's set in the past or something in a dream. If you fail, which you didn't fail, woohoo! Doesn't lose anything. Right, that is it for Ursula Downs. And next up is Daisy Walker. She's in Istanbul, so get the deck out again. But we'll read from Istanbul on the next card. You suspect you are being followed. You use a reflective window to watch the people walking behind you. Observation test. Her observation is 2. Two 6s again. Keeping these dice. Keep them separate. Right. If you pass, you spot someone stalking you and escape into a mosque. And the imam there prays for your safety. Gain a blessed condition. I love this town. I love Istanbul. We have a blessed condition. Woo! For Daisy. Give me your answer due. Right. Blessed. Pop that there. And put those back. The boons back. Right, so that was very good for Daisy. She is now blessed. Next up, we have Charlie Kane. He's back in Rome. So, once again, it's the Europe deck. Let's flick it over. Rome. The statue of St. Michael atop the Castle St. Angelo inspires you. Improve will. Good. His will now goes up to 3 as well. Inside you meet Count Cagliostro, who died over 100 years ago. So we've got a will test -1. But that means we get 2 dice instead of 1, seeing as we just improved will. 2 dice. Oh, we didn't get 2 6s that time, did we? Have we got a Oh! We've passed. I didn't use the blue dice, but he's blessed. So we did actually pass. I just forgot to use the blue dice. So apologies for that. But if you remember, he got blessed last turn. So that is a pass. Whew. Job I remembered that. If you pass, he shares a quest. Gain 1 task, unique asset. Right. So, unique assets. They're here. So let's pull it off the back. Right, that's Mysterious Idol. Mysterious Idol again. Come on. Task. Was a task, wasn't it? Let's just check. Yeah, so we'll take a prayer. Let's just read it. When you perform a rest action, you may beseech a higher power for assistance. Will test. He's now got 3 will. If you pass, place 1 Eldritch token on this card, then you may flip this card. Okay, like last time, the more Eldritch tokens we can get on it, the better. You can also trade these. These can be traded. And any Eldritch tokens you put on them get traded as well, so they're pretty good. Okay, I'll put that with Charlie. Right, that's it for Charlie's encounter phase. So let's go to Shanghai and see if the lovely Jacqueline can close this gate. And here we are with Jacqueline. First things though, nearly forgot, got to fill up the reserve for the lucky ring. Oh, we get a map of ley lines. Item, so that's something, for example, that Daisy could pick up. Gain 1 law and gain 1 will. Once per round, you may re-roll 1 die when resolving a test in another world encounter. No wonder it costs 4. Right, so we'll put that in, and then we'll get on with Jacqueline's encounter. Obviously, she's going to try and shut this gate. So, let's hope for a nice gate card, shall we? I think this is the right way up. It is. The Great Hall of Celiano. You are forbidden to enter the library unless you bear the necessary sigil. You draw the symbol to the best of your knowledge. So, we've got a law check. Oh, sorry. Should have got rid of that as well. Clean up after yourself, man. Right, the Great Hall of Celiano. The law is 4. Is it not? Indeed it is. And she gets 2 successes. So let us move on to the pass condition. After you enter the Great Hall, you realise you must have confidence in your actions so others do not suspect you of trespassing. Test will. Her will is 3. No! So, fails. But we have the lucky ring, I believe. We do. So we're going to re-roll that. We also have a clue. A 5. We pass. The lucky ring proves its worth. Cheers, George. So, if you pass, you recover the book you are looking for. Close this gate. The rest is a fail condition, and we haven't failed. So, Shanghai is closed. Woo! Get thee to the discard pile. Excellent work from Jackie. More of the same, and we shall do Sydney. Oh, hang on. Some previous discarded ones. Put them on the back. Oh, not on the back of the expedition deck. Let's put them on the back of the correct deck. Okay, so that's it for the encounter phase. Next up is the mythos phase. Welcome back to the mythos phase. Well, let's see what horrors await us. May as well just flip the card and find out. Okay, we've got omen trap movement. What I don't see though is reckonings. Woo! So, omen track, we move on to a blue constellation. We have no blue constellation gates. Monster Surge. We don't have a Monster Surge, and the reason we don't is because we have no blue constellation gates for the monsters to come out of. But what that does mean is we have to spawn another gate. So, spawn another gate. And we get a blue constellation at Tokyo. But again, this is right near where Lucky Ring Jackie is. So this is good news. Well, in as far as anything in Eldritch Horror is good news. So let's put the Tokyo gate down. And yes, a gate gets a monster. Oh, time we got something bloody easy. Right, what have we got? A deep one. Well, that don't look easy, and it's got a reckoning effect. Well, at least there's no modifiers. -1 on the strength modifier, only 2 toughness. What happens on the reckoning? Each investigator on this space loses 1 sanity. So, as long as we get in there and kill it, shouldn't be a problem, he says. Right, so there it is on Tokyo. Very good. So look at the rest of the card. Clues. This is what we wanted. We need clues on the board so we can research token them. Research encounter them. So we get 2 clues. And here are 2. Right, first one is going to bloody 7, Bogota. We've got nobody in the Americas. Curses! And the other one is going to 11, which is here, Southern Atlantic. Not quite the southern Atlantic, but far enough. But it's quite close to Cape Town and Buenos Aires, so we might be able to pick that up. But, you know, it'd have been better if we'd got Rome or Istanbul or Shanghai or something. But at least we've got 4 clues on the board now, I think. We've got one at the heart of Africa, we've got one at London, one here in the South Atlantic, and one at Bogota. So hopefully we'll be able to pick some up and, you know, get some on this mystery. Get some Eldritch tokens on this mystery. You can feel the decay clinging to you. This sickening putrefaction is everywhere, and you fear the toll it's taking on your friends lying in hospital beds. No peace for the fallen. Event. Discard all possessions on defeated investigator sheets and return all defeated investigator tokens and sheets to the game box. Then the lead investigator gains a curse condition. So Ursula gains a curse condition. But that's it. It's part of the course being lead investigator. So let's get a curse condition. See if we can get rid of it. We haven't had a reckoning for a while, and obviously on curse conditions, that's when you get a chance to get rid of it. What it does mean is it's a good job that Charlie and Ursula are on the same space, because Charlie is probably going to have to go to London now. She's going to struggle with only 6s to kill Ren Tegoth. So looks like Charlie. He'll probably give her the Holy Spear. He can zoom across to London and give it a good go. He's got, hopefully, he is blessed and he'll have the Holy Spear. So hopefully he'll be able to get some, he'll be able to cause some damage. Right, put this cursed on Ursula. Right, so that's it for the Mythos phase. And all in all, not a bad turn, I don't think, even with the curse. We've got Charlie, he's a good, like, substitute. So, and he's blessed. So, not too bad, I don't think. We didn't get a reckoning. I think we've got a good chance. Also, Jacqueline Fine has Flesh Ward. So when Charlie goes to London, she may be able to cast that as well. So that'll be pretty good. And hopefully it will do the job for us. Okie coke. Right, I'll go and upload this and I'll see you shortly for the turn review. Hello everyone, welcome back to the turn review. So, the turn. It went quite well. We got past quite a few tests there. So, Daisy, for example, she was able to pass an asset reserve test. took a deck condition. She's got genealogy research, the Mystic Bounty Hunter. She's also got another spell with conjuration. She managed to get herself blessed. She's got a deck condition, but c'est la vie. What she might do now is she might become our clue hunter. So she could head off, try and pick up the clue in the heart of Africa, then move across, go towards Buenos Aires, pick up the clue, the South Atlantic, and then head up towards Bogota. And while she's doing that in Buenos Aires, she can get a spell or something like that. So a ritual spell, hopefully something like Shriveling, which could come in useful later on. Yeah, perhaps she'll do that. But all in all, not a bad turn, considering she didn't move anywhere. She has managed to bolster herself up and get herself some stuff, so she's ready to rock and roll now. Charlie moved from London because he wasn't tangling with the epic monster there. He managed to get himself a task, a unique asset task, so he's got prayer. Hopefully he'll be able to put a few Eldritch tokens on that before he flips it. He too's got a deck condition. And, oh, tell you what we are going to do is we're going to get Jacqueline a clue. We're going to flip this cursed condition for Ursula Downs. It's a bane, it's not common, so let's see what it is. Tainted. As soon as people see you, they avert their eyes and pull their loved ones away from you. They all fear being stained by the foulness that has contaminated your soul. Another investigator of your choice that does not have a curse condition gains a curse condition. Then flip this card. Right, so we've got to get rid of that baby. We don't want that like flashing around. So, yeah. Perhaps get her blessed somehow. So we'll have to get rid of that one. She's got 3 clues, so perhaps she can use... Oh no, you can't use it on a reckoning, can you? You just roll 1 die. Well, we'll have to see how we go on with that. But that gets a clue for Jacqueline. Our resident psychic has divined that that is the nature of the curse. So apart from the curse though, she's not doing too bad. Got all the way up to Rome. She was getting ready to take on the epic monster, but getting cursed has put the kibosh on that. But it does mean she's right next to Charlie Kane. She'll be able to give Charlie Kane the Holy Spear and possibly the Syndicate agent as well. Won't be able to get the +2 during the combat encounter itself, but it will be a re-roll. And because they're quite close to each other, he'll probably be able to give it back to her shortly afterwards. That's it for Ursula. And perhaps Ursula going forward will cross to Arkham or something like that. Perhaps she'll get the Bogota clue. Do it that way. Right, who were we doing then? We were doing Charlie, weren't we? Yep, so Jacqueline Fine, she did a sterling job. What she managed to do was she got the lucky ring off Charlie. So that meant she was able to actually close the Shanghai gate. She's in prime position to close Sydney and to close Tokyo. I think Tokyo is going to be the one that she's going to go for. And the reason for that is the blue constellation is coming up before the red sunburst. So let's get her across to Tokyo, let her kill the deep one. And I think the deep one's got a worse reckoning condition as well. Oh no, it's just lose 1 sanity on that space, but let's get her across there, kill the deep one. She can use poison mist. She's got the lucky ring, and hopefully she will be able to kill the deep one, get rid of that gate, and then she can head down to Sydney, hopefully. So that's what she's going to do, and she'll be on station to use Flesh Ward should Charlie need it. What else? Ursula, well, we talked briefly about Ursula. She's going to do the trade, I think, with Charlie before Charlie goes to London. He's going to get to the British Museum, try and take this horrible, like, Inuit, like, god, try and take him down. Yep, so that's about it. The only problem is that curse condition. It's nasty. I could do with getting rid of it. We'll probably get a reckoning next turn. I think we've had 2 turns now without a reckoning. So we're due one. We're also in the second phase now of the mythos. We've had 4 Mythos cards, I think. So we've moved into the second phase of the Mythos, which is a bit harder. Hopefully what we'll be able to do is get rid of that curse condition. She won't infect anybody else, and we can get this epic monster killed. Then Charlie can go for that clue, and then he'll be able to put the clue on the mystery card next turn. We'll probably send Ursula or Daisy down to get that Heart of Africa clue, probably. And we'll leave Jacqueline Fine on gate closing duties. Okay, well, thanks very much for watching. This is the end of turn 4 of Eldritch Horror and Yog-Sothoth. I hope you join me for turn 5. Until then, thank you very much for all the comments. Thank you very much for all the tactics. They are very much appreciated. I know I'm a bit pig-headed, don't follow everything all the time, but I do appreciate the ideas and everything, and I do follow most of them. I'm just a bit awkward at odd times, but I'm sure you've gathered that by now, and probably been placing your head in your hands at various times during this particular playthrough, but it's all a bit of fun. Okie doke, well, thanks very much for watching, and hope you join me next time. This is Catweazle signing off. Toodaloo!